So yesterday I was watching Ivan on Tech's interview with Peter Schiff, the gold man, and I saw how difficult it is this old man to get convinced on cryptocurrencies. And so this is what I found out, that there is one thing that Peter Schiff understands about cryptocurrency, but there's one particular thing he does not understand about cryptocurrency at all. And I'm going to share that with you and definitely want your opinion on what do you think. In the first thing, I have to say that he does not have to be convinced that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. Okay? Does not. He does not need to be convinced. Just like Jamie Dimon does not need to be convinced that Bitcoin is not a fraud. Right? So he does not need to be convinced. Peter Schiff makes a very valid point. He says that Bitcoin, when it was invented, it was supposed to be an electronic cash system, borderless, instant, less transaction fee. And that's not what it is. Which is true. Bitcoin is expensive. It takes like an hour or maybe sometime a day. And it's not cheap as well. It's slow. So he wins that argument. I agree with that only. The other thing is, a lot of people in crypto community will call that Bitcoin is gold just because it's precious. Well, that's a mistake. That's really a mistake. Bitcoin is not a gold. No, not at all. Bitcoin is far, far, far better than gold. Bitcoin beats gold. How can you compare gold with Bitcoin? Digital gold? No, it's not a digital gold. It's not a gold. And this is when this guy reacts. Imagine a guy, I was reading about Peter Schiff, right? And this guy is like 40 years or 50 years, he's been living with gold, right? Gold, gold, gold. One fine day, someone goes to him and says, listen, you know what? There's another gold. Of course, he's not going to be happy about it. He's going to react to it. And this is what this guy does. When somebody says, well, Bitcoin is gold, he's going to react. Right? That's what happens. What he fails to understand. So one thing that he understands is Bitcoin is a precious. And then what he says, that his argument is, well, Bitcoin is not a precious. I understand there are only 21 million Bitcoins, but there are other cryptocurrencies that Bitcoin has to compete with. How come it's precious? It's not precious. Cryptocurrencies are not precious. You can create your own cryptocurrencies. I can create my own cryptocurrencies. How are they precious? Which has a point. He has a point on that. Here is what he does not understand. He thinks everything in the cryptocurrencies is just a transfer of money, is a value. Well, that's not true. Everything in cryptocurrency is not literally a currency. Well, maybe Bitcoin is a currency because you are transferring value, transferring money, Litecoin, Dash. But you look at the other blockchains, right? You look at yours, for example. You look at Ethereum, for examples. You look at Cardano, for examples. You look at IOTA, for examples, right? They are platforms. And they are future platforms where the applications are going to be built in future, at the decentralized applications. And because somebody has to build their decentralized applications, build their smart contracts on those blockchains, on those platforms, he has to buy. So the token, the coin, becomes integral part of that ecosystem, of that platform, because you want to use the platform, you want to build something, you buy it, right? So that is how the value comes. This guy, Peter Schiff, completely ignores that aspect of it, and he calls the cryptocurrencies are a bubble. And he's saying that back all the cryptocurrencies with gold. Well, what? Listen, you know what? What is gold backed by? Well, in fact, I think Bitcoin is far better than gold. Bitcoin has some use cases, some has value. At least you can transfer Bitcoin to anyone across the globe almost instantly. If not, if you're ready to pay some high transaction fee, or maybe in a day, right? What can you do with gold? You cannot carry gold along with you across the globe. You cannot just transfer gold and 1 ounce of gold just like in a day. That's not possible. The only use case of gold is it is a store of value, and it is a store of value till the time people perceive it to be a store of value. Let me tell you that. Peter Schiff, I mean, the next generation, the new generations which are coming up, like me and the new millennium, they don't even buy gold. They don't even look at gold. For them, gold is nothing. It's just a metal. They are not interested in gold at all. They would rather use Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Bitcoin and Dashcoin in order to transfer money than buying a gold. Nobody is interested in gold. You know, that's the argument, man. And so everyone tries to tell him that Bitcoin is another gold, and that is when this guy reacts. Imagine, this guy has been living with gold for the last 40, 50 years. And of course, when somebody says there's another gold, he gets, there's another gold? What's that? Right? And I've seen all these interviews. I've seen most of them. I mean, this is a famous topic today. Peter Schiff versus cryptocurrencies. The gold man versus cryptocurrencies. What do you think? What do you expect of him? He's not going to buy your idea that cryptocurrencies are gold. He will never buy that. Ever in his life. His subconscious mind has been programmed such a way that for him gold is everything. Right? And well, we can have an argument for the sake of it to get his perspective. But once we know that, okay, this guy is going to live with gold, I mean, he doesn't have to be convinced in order for the cryptocurrencies to grow, honestly. One thing that I do like about him, which is so true, that he does call the US dollar a Ponzi scheme, which it is, because millions of dollars are being printed every year without having backed by anything. Earlier it was backed by gold, but no more. And so is most of the fiat currencies. So obviously I think what we are going to do now, we are going to step into a system which is which you know, like I spoke to you about this in my last video, the money will be something that will have value, that will have use cases, right? Money will not be something which is just printed or which is just a metal. Even gold will not be a money. Maybe let's see how long will the gold be money. So this is what I want to share, guys. Let me know your opinion. So there are a few things that he understands about, Peter Schiff understands about cryptocurrency, but there is some important aspects of cryptocurrencies that he fails to understand. For him, all the cryptocurrencies in the coin market are Bitcoin. There's all just one purpose: transfer of money. That's not really the case. Let me know if you have something else to add. If you had to tell Peter Schiff one thing about cryptocurrencies, what would that be? What would that be? Let me know in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, this is not an investment or financial advice, just my personal opinion sharing with you. Share your opinion in the comment box below. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care.